We have a question for Derrick Hall.
Yes, my question is, I noticed there's several season ticket plans that are offered this year. And the question I have is on the complimentary seat upgrade. I noticed that the literature made no reference to it this year, but in a web chat, somebody asked Derrick Hall, why is the complimentary seat upgrade program not one of the perks for season ticket holders in 2014? And you stated, quote, we did not list every benefit, but it still is. And it is now, as it is now, based on availability. So I want to know whether or not you're still committed to that web chat, and would the, I think it was called Stretch Run loyalty ticket offer be offered before the All-Star break or after the All-Star break?
Yeah, I think both. You know, we always, as you know, as season ticket holders, we're trying to bring as many perks as we can to you. We offer more benefit-wise than any other team in baseball. And the beauty of having your individual rep is to make sure that we tailor-make it for you. So if this is something you're looking for before the break, let us know, or after. We're going to work with you. And based on availability, naturally we can't offer just any game if it's a sellout or opening day. So we have to say based on availability. But we're always going to work with you, make sure you get what you want. We'll upgrade you. Upgrade is obviously one of our perks, and we're proud of it. We'll take care of you. Who's your rep, by the way?
Michael.
I have Letty here from Tucson.
Anyway, I have more of a request than a question. So we drive from Tucson to the games here. We recently bought season tickets. So I'm wondering if you guys are scheduling any exhibition games for the fans out there, because we love our Diamondbacks as much as we love our Wildcats.
Thank you. Sun Devils. And we love Southern Arizona, obviously. It was tough for us to leave. When you come up to Salt River Fields, I mean, you can understand why the move was made. And it's really helped our players to be able to be in the same location for both spring training and the regular season. We still do offer our discount for spring training tickets for residents down in Tucson. We will continue to do that. As far as exhibition games, we're pretty much committed every year to doing them down there. This year we actually had to take a year off because of the games down in Australia. We like to have a game or two in Tucson. We like to have a game or two in Hermosillo because of all our fans in Sonora as well. But we had to take a year off from both so that we could start early, cram in as many games as we can at Salt River, and then open down in Australia. But yeah, we're committed to it. We love playing down there at TEP and getting in front of our fans from Pima.
We're supposed to end here at noon. We're going to take 3 or 4 more questions. Let's go over to Vanessa.
All right, we have a question from Ron.
Hi. What did you guys do to clean that nasty blue stench out of the swim pool last year?
Well, yeah, we drained it. And we brought in some very, very high-powered disinfectant.
I gotta say, Ken probably had the best line. I mean, obviously everybody here knows, and we've tried not to take any more shots at them because it wasn't good for anybody, but they had bragged, a few of them, on the way out to our security guards. You know, they said, can't believe you jumped on our pool. They said, yeah, and we, sorry, younger audience, peed in it. And once they admitted to this, Ken had said, good, then they peed on themselves.
Be no jumping to the pool this year unless it's Diamondbacks, which it will be.
Yeah.
Michael. Actually, I have Gary here. Gary, question for, I believe, KT.
Hello, KT. My question is with, you keep saying Archie Bradley has a shot at the 5th spot. If he does make that 5th spot, do Cahill or McCarthy, do they have option years to where we would send them down, or do they go to the bullpen? How would that work out? Because we have 6 starters.
Right. Well, that'll be determined at the end of spring. That would be very tough. I mean, if Archie makes...
you can't bring them up too soon. You got to give them the rotation. 30 days.
Somebody
and then,
will have to go. More than likely, probably to the bullpen. Hopefully, that's a good prop. If it gets to where he throws out well, because those other guys are, I think, very good pitchers as well. And hopefully, that's a decision, a tough decision that Gibby and I have to make come the end of spring. But would not think that we would send a veteran guy with as many years they had down to the minor leagues. More than likely, one would probably go to the bullpen.
Vanessa? Okay.
Hi, my question is for anybody who can answer this. What's the status of Cody Ross?
Yeah.
And will he be ready for spring training and the season? And if not, then how do you juggle that fourth outfield position?
Brody. Yeah, I just saw Cody underneath before I came out here. He's doing incredibly well. I think we had great fear last year that he may not even ever play again. I mean, it was
pretty bad.
The type of injury that you usually see in football players or X-game bike riders. I mean, the things that happened to him. Our doctor said they'd never really seen it happen to a baseball
Did he just
player.
reference a biker gang?
Our great physicians that we had here did an incredible job. He's taking batting practice. He's running, and we fully expect him to be ready, even maybe by Sydney, not just opening day, but maybe the middle of March. And very excited to know that he's going to be back, and he'll be a major contributor. So he's working real hard, and he looks great.
For those of you who might not know, we have a hot stove show every Monday night at 6, now on 98.7 FM. And we had Cody on a couple of weeks ago, Money, and he was saying that he wants to be the National League Comeback Player of the Year.
Yeah.
So that's his goal right now.
And KT, the challenge with this is such an unusual injury that you really can't say, okay, you have a template that says it goes this amount of time and then the player should be back.
I mean, he's really done everything when it comes to baseball-specific activities other than slide. And talking to him the other day, that's probably the one thing that he's still a little worried about. The first time it was his right hip, so it's his sliding hip. The first time he has to go down on the ground and slide, that'll be different. But
from now on.
I mean, if you were to see him right now and go out at Salt River Field and watch him, I mean, he looks like the same Cody that he was before he got hurt. So that's a credit to him and his work ethic and our great training staff to help rehab him and get him to where he's at.
Michael, I'm here with Van. Van, go for it.
All right, I'll ask for anybody. I know Ken, you brought up the point that Chase is going to be the third oldest in 2017. Now, are the Braves going to set a bad precedent when they move to the suburbs? Because I know
Fulton County wasn't
when Camden
exactly.
Yards got built, everybody moved to the city, and people started to come into the urban core, but the Braves are trying to reverse that trend. Is that going to damage the game?
They just let the grass die. In the case of the Braves, I think they looked at their options from the standpoint of where their fan base was. And, the community there is a little different than the community here. I think our fan base is spread throughout the valley. Being here in the heart of downtown Phoenix is a great place for us to play, and I look for us to be here for many, many years to come.
Vanessa?
I have a question for Mike.
Now, I don't know who's going to take this one, but this pertains to the draft. How do you guys investigate whether a player, maybe in the second, third, fourth, fifth round is going to take it's fairly well standardized money now, whether he's going to take it or is he going to go to college on you? Wasting a draft pick on like the third, fourth, or fifth round could really hurt.
Yeah.
And I'm just wondering, how do you now you're starting to get out into the 60, 90, 120 player range. Do you guys actually investigate each and every player as to whether they're leading to signing or going to college?
That's a great question, especially with the new
Was it a multi-billion-dollar industry or not?
If you, especially in rounds 1 through 10, if you do not sign one of those players, you can't use that money. Everything is slotted now. There's slot money for rounds 1 through 10. So if we were unable to sign our fourth round pick, it's not like you could take that money and use it towards your second or your third round pick. So it really comes down to your scouts. Your good organizations do a good job of not only scouting the player, but getting to know the player, the family. Is he driven by college? Is he a kid that feels that he needs to go to college and he's not mature enough emotionally and physically to go out and play the professional game? Is he more apt to probably go to school? So that's where your scouts really come in, and that's Ray Montgomery has to rely on those area guys that have started following these kids and watching them probably since Babe Ruth days in their freshman year, their sophomore year. So by the time they're draft eligible in high school, their senior year, they've got a pretty good idea. Is this a kid that really is driven and wants to go out and enter professional baseball, or is he a kid that probably wants to go to college?
Well, that's going to wrap up this segment. I can speak for everybody up here. You supercharge us. You're the fans. You're what make us go. We want to put a great product on the field for you.
You're welcome.
Be proud of the Diamondback organization, which we have been for years. We'll continue to be so.